Alright you guys, so I hope the setup works. I'm kind of in a rush to get this video done. I guess I didn't have as much time to film today as I thought, so stick with me. I hope I'm not like cut off right here or anything. Okay, so today is cycle day 22, it's Thursday, and I promised you guys an update, and I'm trying my hardest to stick with my word, and when I promise I'm going to make a video, I'm going to do my best to actually get it up too. I don't know, I'm probably going to edit this like this afternoon-ish, and then it'll hopefully be up by tonight. Obviously if you see this and it's Thursday, then yay, it worked. Okay, so first off, thank you everybody for the comments on that last video. I'm kind of, I can't say relieved to say that like a lot of you are just as confused as I am. I would have kind of hoped that maybe somebody had something familiar happen. I did get a couple comments saying you should take a pregnancy test. Maybe you're pregnant. Believe me, that was my first thought after 4 days of positive OPKs in a row. I thought that it was like somehow still the chemical pregnancy or early miscarriage. And then it wasn't a miscarriage and it was still in there. I had my hopes up and stuff. And for a day or so, I thought I saw a line. And even Matt saw a line, and I posted it on the Countdown to Pregnancy where people can vote on the lines, and literally 70% of like those ladies on there thought it was a positive as well because they could all see the lines too. And I did like a want faux and the clear blue ones with the positive, like a plus sign. And then the next day was more of a squintier. Now I've noticed with the wand falls, like randomly if I take one like during the cycle, I can kind of see a squint of a line. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's just the femera like messing with the I can't even say it's a line. It's just that kind of like a shadow where you think it is a line, but it's always there for me no matter when I pee on it. So definitely no positive pregnancy test. So as far as what happened the last 2 days, honestly, there isn't a whole lot to update you guys on. I would have hoped that by now I would have had a temp spike to tell you guys that I ovulated and then it happened, but that didn't happen. I might have still ovulated, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely, like this cycle, all in all, is just a mess. The reason being is because just like the temps being so weird and everything seems to be closer together temp-wise. Like I don't have as far as of a range anymore. And if you guys remember last cycle, I had that like couple days, like 6 days or so in a row, the exact same temperature, no matter like what day it was, or even if I was like a little bit off. It was always the same time, which is weird. Apparently, like I heard that like my hormone levels could have evened out more, like that they're getting used to the femera more, and then everything is supposed to be the way it is, like the way it's supposed to be, that way around. Which to me is weird. Anyway, I'll show you guys the chart and everything in a minute. I'll get into that. So Tuesday, I remember I filmed that video and I had that really dark OPK that didn't give me a smiley face. Now yesterday morning I woke up and like always I took another OPK. Like this month I've used as many OPKs as I've like never ever had to. As many of you guys know, I'm like a piano stick addict as it is, so that doesn't help me right now knowing that every day I could get another positive. So yeah, I went to the bathroom yesterday morning and I peed on it again, and it was the exact same dark line, maybe a smidge darker, so I used a clear blue smiley face and this is what happened. So yeah, another positive. Now if I lay the two wand falls right next to each other, they're pretty much the same darkness, so I don't know what happened, why I didn't get the positive on Tuesday when I did the update too. I don't know, but I guess like the real positive-ish, whatever these are, was yesterday again. So this morning I okay, so then from Tuesday into Wednesday, I don't know what happened, but I don't know if I ate something wrong or whatever, but I had the worst stomach cramps ever. And just, I was up all night in pain. Like I was literally like, I felt like my whole stomach was contracting. And yes, it was the stomach, not like downstairs cramps. So I did not get any sleep whatsoever. Now I posted on my Instagram. Now a lot of you guys have asked if I have an Instagram, and I started one for you guys. So if you want to see kind of like more faster updates and like instead of me having to edit and stuff like that, like if you want to know like smidges here and there, Make sure you follow me. It's just Fran underscore and underscore, like just keep going all the spaces with underscore, just Fran and the journey to baby. I'll write it right here, I guess. So I posted on there too because I was asking some questions, but nobody seemed to have an answer for me, because I usually sleep from like 11-ish to like 2:33, so that's about 3.5 to 4 hours of sleep when I take my temp. Now, yeah, like Tuesday into Wednesday, I didn't sleep at all. Like I was just rolling around. There was no point in me taking a temperature. Now Matt left at 4, and I did fall asleep after that, and I slept from around 4:30 to like 7:38-ish, which is around the same like 3.5 to 4 hours sleep that I usually get, but it's just a different time. And I was trying to research if I can use that time or I can't, and sorry, dog barking. And I heard like mixed answers for, like, I didn't get a lot of answers, but a few of them were like, yes you can as long as you have the same amount of sleep, and then a couple ladies were like they can't because the later they take their temp the higher it is, and it's just not true. If I try to Google it, like the way I was Googling it, it did make sense because they just thought I kept sleeping like past it, and I had like in total like 6 hours of sleep, so that didn't help. If any of you guys have any answers for that, I put it in my chart, but I disregarded it because it was way up. I would have liked it there because then it would have meant that I ovulated. But for right now, I kind of kept it out. So that was yesterday. So then today, I took my temp around the same time as usual, and it was the exact same as the 2 days before. So I'm kind of like on the same line again, but you'll see that, I guess, right now if I put my temp chart in. So that's what's going on there. So then I got up and I took another test, and it was dark again, but not as dark, like no positive or whatever, but pretty dark still, but it kind of faded away a little bit, and no smiley face, so no positive for today. Now yesterday when I went to my mom in the afternoon to go see her, and when I was driving home I felt so bloated. I don't know, I don't think I've ever really felt much of like bloating ever, but I was so bloated yesterday, like it was horrible. And then this morning I got up and I was really bloated again, like to the point where I literally felt like I'm gonna blow up because there's too much air in there. I don't know why that it was, or like it's kind of coming and going. I'm having some cramps. I'm kind of hoping maybe the third time's the charm and the third positive is now ovulation. If I take, I'll show you guys my chart again so you can look at it in a minute and see what I mean. If I take out the positive OBK that I had yesterday, then Fertility Friend recognizes an ovulation by the pattern that I had because my temps went low and then high. Okay, now my question to you guys is, if I've never had this before, like I usually have like really like spikes. I've never had a drop before. Usually my temps start going up, and when they're like in the medium range, that's when they spike up. So for those of you that usually get a drop, I don't know how I'm gonna explain this. Okay, so like my temps, let's say we're here, and like kind of like in that up down up down up down range, and then I had my drop. Now when I dropped, I went up, but only like a little bit up, but from the drop to the higher temperature, it was a 0.4 degree jump. Now what I'm used to is my temps are usually like up down, and when they're right here, that's like they're already maybe like here, and then they jump up the 0.4. I can see a big difference between pre-ovulation and then post-ovulation. So I don't know, does that still count? Is that why Fertility Friend is saying I did ovulate because of that jump after the dip, or was that just like a random dip all of a sudden and I'm still in the normal range and the gap isn't big enough? So now that I have the question out, let me show you my chart again just to make sure that you guys can look at it and maybe get what I'm saying and hopefully answer my question, because it's confusing me. So here's my chart again. Okay, so I hope some of you would be able to answer this that have been temping and maybe get some answers that I can't find, because I've been trying to look it up and there is just no one out there that seems to have an answer for me, because apparently everybody knows the answer, but I don't. So I kind of have like mixed emotions right now. I am feeling kind of like okay about it, because I'm like I said, third time might be the charm. Maybe I'm ovulating because I am so bloated, because I am cramping. I'm also hoping that I maybe already am for DBO, because I ovulated the second time around and that's when my temperatures registered it, but they just didn't make a huge jump like before because I had the dip. I'm trying to cling on to that little bit of hope now. Also, I've been doing some research and supposedly I never heard of this before. My doctor never told me. I don't know if she's aware of this either. Yes, Femera is easier on your body and stuff, but the problem is if you have PCOS, like I do, I guess if you've been taking it for so many times, the Femera can stop working. Now, that is something that scares the hell out of me, because, like, I don't want to go to Clomid. I've heard so many bad things. I've heard a lot of PCOS girls don't even ovulate on it and they go through all of this, like, feeling shitty and stuff just to have a chance, and they don't even have a chance. Like, I've loved Femera so much because it's been so easy on me. It's been easy to take. There's barely any like side effects. Like, I'm ovulating fine and all of this, and everything has been so easy until now. Now, what's happening now with this cycle has me kind of leaning towards the fact that the Femera has stopped working for me too, that I'm trying to ovulate, but the eggs aren't, like the follicles aren't big enough or anything like that. Which is just like scary to me, because what's left after this? Yes, I'm on Femera 5 milligram. I read that once you ran out of being able to ovulate on 5 milligram, they can up you to 7.5. Okay, now I said that this is our last cycle trying, and as of right now it still is, because this has been so hard on us, like especially this cycle. Honestly, like, in a financial point, I can't afford any other like treatments or anything. I can't afford to do like IUI, I can't afford to do IVF, and like for all of those you need to be ovulating. Now if they can't get me to ovulate, then there isn't even much of a choice, right? So I don't know if there's like the last option would be to try the 7.5 milligram. I know there's like the injections and stuff. I haven't looked into those too much because they scare the hell out of me. I'm scared of needles like crazy. And I'm just scared that I'm gonna have to give the shot to myself and like do something wrong. I know, but that's a whole other different like video, I guess, if we should ever get to that point. If we can continue trying, it's a matter of what my doctor says and stuff. And the kind of shitty thing right now for us is that, like you guys know, with the whole healthcare thing going on, it is literally like by days short right now that I can't even make it to my fertility appointment at the hospital, like the actual fertility specialist. Now, if we miss that appointment, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm kind of hoping we miss it because they'll want to do tests all over again, and honestly that's kind of like where we're both like, what's the point of doing it all over again just so what, we get the same answers and put ourselves through all of that again? I don't know if we want to or can. After over 2 years of trying, you just kind of get to the point where you're like, ugh, what else? Like, don't get me wrong, I want this baby more than anything else, and I've already said I don't know what's gonna happen to me if I get to hear that I can't have children. Not trying to make this like a scary video or anything, not at all. But me as a person, like, I've always seen myself as a mom, and if that gets taken away from me, then if that should get taken away from me, then I don't know what else I can look forward to, because this has been my life for 23 years, thinking about being a mom. Well, not, you know what I mean, like, you always see yourself, or most people see themselves as a mom, and I never got to have that chance. Well, I did once, but I lost the baby. So yeah, I don't know, that's a whole nother video again. Let's just focus on this cycle and get it over with and see what happens. So let me know what you guys think, if I already did ovulate, and if you see that as a like shift, I guess, and that would confirm ovulation, or if you think it didn't happen yet. I guess we'll have to keep our hopes up that it will happen now that I got another positive. I guess I should have some kind of temp spike like tomorrow or Saturday or sometime on the weekend. So yeah, just let me know what you guys think, and thank you guys for your support. I really do appreciate it through like everything. You guys have been there, and so many of you like are so fast to click those videos as soon as they go up, and the first ones to comment and send me messages and stuff. And it's really nice to have friends, even though I've never met any of you guys, and you just know what I'm going through, and you're just there because you know, and I don't think anybody else knows except my husband. And sometimes it's nice to just be able to talk to some girls that really do know what it feels like. So thank you guys so much. I love you guys all, and I appreciate every single like, every single message, every single comment, like whatever you guys do, every single view, even just to see that people like to watch these and that I'm helping other people is just so fulfilling in a way, that like my struggle is helping other people see that they're not alone, and like help other people see that you can get through it, hopefully. Just to support each other, and that's what I love about all of this. So thank you guys again. I'll update you guys early next week to let you know what's going on. Like I said again, if you follow my Instagram, if anything should happen that's exciting, I'll post it on there. So make sure you follow me there. I'll have the link in the description, so you can just click on it and make sure you follow. So then that way, if anything exciting happens, you'll know about it faster and then get the big updates early next week. That way I don't feel so disconnected from you guys either. So whoever suggested it, that I should start an Instagram account, thank you. It seems to be working. So I'll talk to you guys sometime early next week, and please, please, please have your fingers crossed. If you don't think I ovulated, if you did, please let me know. I could use some good news too, that like kind of like a poll, who thinks I did, who thinks I didn't. Don't say yes if you don't think I did, because that's just gonna give me false hope. Only say yes, I think you ovulated, if you truly think I did. So anyway, I'm blabbing on like always. I hate to end these videos because I want to keep talking to you guys. Okay, so I'll see you guys really soon. Bye guys.